Everyone, Mike here from Replica Airguns. We're doing a field test shooting video, all-in-one chronograph target for the Beeman 1042.22 caliber pellet rifle. And I've sighted it in kind of, so it's on target. It's not necessarily going to be hitting bullseyes, but it should be good enough to get a grouping. I'm going to try and do the chrony at the same time as the target. So we're going to get that started. I don't have a camera on the chrony, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. For the FPS, I'll just tell you what they are for each shot. I am not a marksman by any means with these pellet break barrel spring piston rifles, but we'll do our best. Okay, it's really awkward and I'm getting bitten by bugs and everything and it's kind of weird. But anyways, we'll do our best here. First shot. Wasn't too bad. The scope on this is nice and crisp. Better than the Longhorn 2 that I'll be reviewing in next. But you know, I do like the scope on this one better. The trigger's a little bit heavier than the Longhorn, which I've got on the table right here. That'll be reviewed this week as well. Should be anyways. All right, shot number 2. Oh, by the way, that was 353 FPS. That one flew a little to the right. So I might throw out a couple of these pellets because I'm not the greatest shooter. So the ones that go, you know, a little haywire, I might just throw them off and say, that was me. So 357 for that one. Chrony's working good. Losses are drooping. I'm not sure where that one went. We'll go up there and find out in a sec. 381, getting a little hotter. Maybe the barrel's breaking in here for us. That was 381 again. We're gonna do 5 shots. I believe that's 3. Four, 352. By the way, I am using Premier 500 lead pellets. They're hollow point, Crossman pellets, hunting pellets. They're nice pellet, actually. They're, I would say, a little on the heavy side. I'll put the specs on the screen so you can kind of get an idea of what the weight is. But they are a little bit of a heavier pellet. Okay, so again, lead pellets. This gun's rated at 470-ish. That's pretty optimistic. We'll start walking down because that was 362, by the way. Let's take a look. So, yeah, I mean, it's got a really easy break on the barrel. It's light. The spring doesn't feel that, you know, tense. It's not that strong. I kind of sprayed them a little bit here, but again, it's probably mostly me. But we were getting kind of close to the bullseye. You see me in there? We were getting kind of close, right? We were in the zone. So I had to put the scopes on and I had to sight them in and I had to do all that beforehand and, you know, play around with it a little bit. By the way, the range I'm going to estimate is about 70 feet, 70, 75 feet. I didn't want to go too much further. This isn't a super powerful gun, so you're not going to be shooting at super long ranges with it. Again, really nice scope, really easy break barrel. So if you know, for younger shooters, really nice gun. It feels good. The trigger's a little on the heavy side. So again, that might actually not be bad for younger shooters. You're not going to accidentally discharge this gun and you're going to get used to shooting, you know, properly, even with a heavy trigger, right? Lighter triggers are going to be easier to shoot for sure, but nothing wrong with learning on a heavier trigger. Lighter triggers are just going to be that much easier and you're going to be that much better at shooting with a lighter trigger once you encounter that gun. But yeah, not a bad gun. Worked pretty well. I'll have averaged out the FPS for you guys and I'll put some more information about the grains of those pellets. I'm going to estimate about 12 to 14 grain. Just offhand. So hopefully I've already put that on the screen so we know for sure. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. This product is in our Canada, US store, or sorry, our Canada store. And I'm not sure if it's in the US store. I can't remember now. But I have done a tabletop video where I've got links in the description for this product. I believe it's just in the Canada store, but I'll put links to similar spring piston break barrel air guns if you're interested in them in the US. All right, so check out the tabletop video again that I've already done. Hopefully you enjoyed this field test shooting video all in one. Again, if you're interested in air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories, check us out at replicaairguns.ca for Canada, replicaairguns.us for the US, and we have our blog over at replicaairguns.com. We have all kinds of reviews, posts, additional photos and information there for you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, take care.